So Attack on Titan is finally over, and now I have to give a review on it. And I have to say, right now, before you even get started on this review, if you haven't seen this anime already, I would say, what are you waiting for? This is probably one of the most talked about anime of the year so far, and I'm guessing, based off of what I can tell so far, this is probably going to be the #1 anime of the year, hands down. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to say this is like, oh, a wonderful anime, it's the best anime ever, blah, blah, blah. There are a lot of good things about this anime that I want to talk about, but a few minor bad things as well, but they're not really that big or important. So the anime basically follows the story of a civilization of people that are living within these 3 walls, and outside these walls are these giant humanoid beasts. I wouldn't really call them humanoid. They're like humans, right? But they're like 13, 20 to like 50 meters tall. And just imagine them being regular humans with smiles on their faces, really creepy ass smiles. And also there's the Moe Titan for some reason. And they're like giant humans with no assholes and no genitals. And their sole purpose is to kill and eat humans. So I guess you can realize why they're outside of these walls and not able to come into this human civilization. But obviously there has to be some sort of a climax or some sort of change in this anime, so obviously something goes wrong and they do get inside the civilization and shit goes wild. This is where all the great features of the anime come in, with the animation, with the music, with the art style. Everything is just really emphasized within all that happens within the entirety of this anime, especially with like all of the blood, gore, and carnage, and the sense of feeling that you get from it all. Before I get to that, let's talk about the characters. There's basically 3 main major characters to talk about here. First off, we have Eren Jaeger, and pretty much this dude is bent on killing, destroying Titans, no matter what happens. He wants them all dead. For reasons I don't really want to go too deep into, but you'll see that within the first couple episodes of the anime, you'll understand why. Second, we have Mikasa. She is a close friend of Eren for many, many years, like a childhood friend. Basically, she is completely badass and has changed over basically the years of the anime. There's like a little bit of a time skip going on, and over the time skip she changes and she becomes basically badass. So she's probably like one of the most powerful people in the anime. And third, we have Armin, the meek and timid character. He is also one of their friends, and I would say he's not very good in terms of his courage or willpower like Eren is, or his power and strength like Mikasa is. So he kind of completes that whole Triforce of wisdom and courage and power thing, and he is the wisdom, basically, if you want to put it in Legend of Zelda terms or whatever. So you got willpower, brawn, and brains all in this little trio going on. It's pretty solid, I would say, for the entire premise of the anime. And along the way you meet other characters I wouldn't want to go too deeply into because it would take a really long time, wouldn't be worth it. One of the things about the support characters that I don't like is that they don't have as much development, and I know it's a 25 episode anime, but at some points I just really want to see more development with them and what they're doing, and especially with some of the characters that do have sort of a bigger role, don't have as much development within themselves along the entire span of the anime, and that is also disappointing as well. Pretty much like I said before, this is a short anime compared to the manga and how long that is, so I can't really nitpick too much there. The animation and the visuals are very, very beautiful and vibrant. The deep, dark outlines that they use for each thing and each character are just perfectly blended in with all of the colors they use. And the animation especially, I want to say, I don't know what type of animation that they use at some points, but shit is just awesome. I mean, really, when they use a maneuver gear moving around through the city and you see their different camera movements and whatever, like from whatever they're doing, the animation for that is simply beautiful. You know, I have to say, it's probably one of the most beautiful and one of the best animated animes I've pretty much ever seen. Then we had the music, and obviously, if you've seen this anime before, if you've ever heard anything about it, you know that the opening intro, the first opening for the anime, is probably one of the most iconic things right now. People have made many videos about it, remixes, and all this other shit, and it's a really beautiful fucking opening. And people were a lot more, I would say, upset by the second opening because it wasn't as good as the first one. So right there, that was just one of the pieces of music that was just so great. And along with that, there's also other soundtracks within the anime itself that really got me like going and really got me in the mood and pumped up. And I found myself actually going on YouTube and finding out what these songs even were. They were really that great. Now it's time to break out some of the stuff I learned in English class and talk about themes within the anime. So a major theme in this anime I want to say is this feeling of self-sacrifice. Basically, things that happen within the anime, obviously, let's just say this. A giant monster fucking attacks Tokyo. You're in Tokyo. What do? Do you either, one, help people out to get out of Tokyo, to get to safety, or two, run and get the fuck out of there and don't worry about anybody else? What do you do? So there's a huge fucking deal of that going on within a pretty good half of the anime. You see it with different civilians, different people that really don't matter in the anime, people that are a part of like the army going on. People are fucking scared for their fucking lives, and they're just saying like, even people that are a part of like the guard, like the military police and whatnot, they're just like, okay, I ain't ready for this Titan shit. I'm not ready for this at all. This is not what I signed up for whatsoever. I'm not doing this. And they just back down, put their shit down. It's like, why'd you join the army then? And you really get the sense of like, okay, if I were in that position, what would I do? I mean, I'm part of the army. Am I supposed to just like risk my life and fight these things? Because good chances are, a good 2/3 out of everybody in the Survey Corps, in like the army in general, aren't going to make it out alive. So what the fuck am I doing with my life? Do I want to fight these things and risk my life, or do I want to just go home to my family and be safe for now at least? And you see all this happen, and you see people die, and people get eaten, and these families pretty much like ripped apart, and it's just like, I lost my best friend, he got eaten by a Titan, and it's just like, it's really impacting, I would say. So along with the idea like, oh my god, that shit is cool, man, that dude got ate. Did you just see that? He just got ate by a Titan. That was crazy. Also get the sense of, damn, that dude got ate. He had kids. Shit. Then we get on to another part of the anime, which is the fights. And I would say that the fights in the anime are very, very, very simple, but also diverse at the same time. So there's one method of fighting where you have maneuver gear. Basically, you're just zip-lining like Spider-Man through the city or through the woods or whatever, and you have your swords ready to pretty much slice the back of the neck of the Titans to kill them. That's how you kill them. You just slice them in the back of the neck. That's basically the idea. But you also have these Titans that are completely crazy, and they can sometimes just like run up to you like a motherfucker and just like scare the shit out of you sometimes. Like, so you're just like, what the fuck are we going to do right now? So there's that method of fighting in the anime, and there's another method that I don't want to go too deeply into, but I'm just going to say Titan versus Titan fighting against each other. So if you guys want to see two Titans basically beat you, I mean, technically you can think about it and just say like, okay, it's just two giant naked people beating each other up. But besides that, it's just so much more epic than that to see all of the carnage that ensues that just with two naked people fighting. I mean, it's really cool. I can't really put that into words. It's like something you have to actually see for yourself within the anime, and then you would really understand where I'm coming from with this, and you really get the idea of how epic these battles are. So now this next part is just part of the good/bad that I have to say. One small thing that I thought was bad was kind of how the anime left a lot of open-ended questions. Like, there were different events that happened within the anime that left you guessing like, holy shit, what's this? What's that? What's gonna happen? And at the end, I would say that some little things got, you know, completely left alone. I mean, it had a good ending. That's the good part. The ending, for what it was great, because as you know, the manga and the anime, they didn't end at the same exact times, you know? I think the manga is still ongoing. It's about to end soon, I believe. But, you know, the manga is still ongoing, and the anime just ended. So, they don't have a definitive end. I personally think that there's probably going to be a season 2 because of that, because it left a lot of open questions. I mean, if you want to do so yourself, you can just read the manga, too. But I'm just saying, like, there's still these questions left to be answered. It's not that big, though, because you think about it, it is a short anime. It had a decent ending, regardless of everything being left alone. I would say that it would be a lot better, and I could completely forget about that if they have a season 2, which I really think they're going to do because of a little thing that happened after the end credits of the last episode. So, what's my verdict for this anime? It's simple as shit. 9 out of 10. That's my review for this anime. It's getting a 9 out of 10 for a few good reasons. Everything that you're expecting from a good anime is there in terms of the animation, the sound, the visuals. Basically, the plot line of the anime is very solid. I mean, it had a few loose ends. That's why it kind of got a lower review from me. But it still had really good structure along basically everything. It kept me on the edge of my seat, kept me wanting to watch more episodes, even though I had caught up already, and I was very pissed about that for many weeks. But, you know, I still am happy to this day that I have seen all the episodes up to date. And along with that, we also have this sense of feeling for each character. Even if they don't really matter, you get this sense of feeling from them. And also, honestly, we just want to see people beat the shit out of each other, right? Totally. Yeah, that's a pretty good reason too for giving us 9 out of 10, I would say. So if you enjoy any of what I just said, then go ahead and watch Attack on Titan right now if you haven't already. And seriously, this is something that a lot of people have been talking about. Even people that I know that weren't into anime that much, they were just like, holy shit, what is this? This looks amazing. I want to watch all of it. So I'll say this is a really good anime to watch. If you aren't into all the blood and gore and stuff, then maybe it's not for you, but regardless, you might want to at least check out the first few episodes and see how you like it. So what do you think about Attack on Titan? Is it a good anime, a bad anime? Give me all of your answers in the comment section down below. So for now, it's me, NextLevelOtaku, saying stay gold, and I'll see you guys later.